Hi, Lena. Where are we?
In a hotel.
We are in a hotel. This is not recording because it's not connected. We are here for 3 days. Plan is 1, to drive around. There's a few small towns, neighborhoods that we've been looking at online. So we want to see them in person, go around, walk around, spend some time, get a feel for the area and figure out which ones we like the most. I think that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. And then the next day we're meeting our realtor and she's gonna take us to see a few places. I've sent her some links of places I like. Of course, whatever we look at is not gonna be the one we buy because we're not buying yet. But I think it's gonna give us an idea of what we can get for what we want to spend. We don't have a clear idea of what our budget is yet because so many of our plans are changing, right? It makes a big difference if we sell in Ryewood or if we don't, but we're really trying not to. So on day 1, we visited Lake Geneva. We were aiming to stay within 90 minutes of Chicago to be close enough to Grant's parents, so visiting would feel easy. And the area around Lake Geneva sounds fun. Lots of restaurants, a small, nice downtown. I also found a nature school that runs in East Troy, about 20 minutes north of Lake Geneva, and I would like to be no more than 20 minutes away from that nature school because that seemed like a perfect community to plug into for us. Last night we had dinner looking at this view. Then the next day we got to visit some houses and meet our realtor for the first time. The first house we saw was a small 2-bedroom in Lake Geneva, and this was a good starter option in case we wanted to keep the house in Ryewood. So kind of living in 2 places, but maybe not ideal because in living in 2 Airbnbs, we wouldn't really have a solid home anywhere.
There was some that we really liked, like East Troy.
Yep.
Spot.
I love East Troy. You can write notes on there. And then this is a new issue of our the Lake magazine. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes,
So this is the new one. It just came out, and there's a lot of fun stuff in there. Right. In different areas too.
Take a picture.
So we have 6 houses in the schedule.
All right.
We
Cool.
want to see.
Mom, I found a ladybug that's
This
alive.
is 1, 250. This is 2, 579. Yes, my love, is she alive? This is 2 bedrooms,
Okay.
but a nice chunk of
lots
land
of land,
close
yeah.
to a lake.
Yeah.
This is almost $1 million. Really nice house from what I
Yeah.
could see. And really
Nice barn and property.
Yeah, this is like a.
Perfect. That one
This
was-
is this is kind of the same. 900. Also, nice barn, nice house. Detached garage.
Yeah.
Less trees, more like till land.
Okay.
Ooh, it smells interesting.
Yep.
That smell is gonna
Smells
pick
a
up in
little
the
musty.
summer.
Yeah, definitely. Are you documenting the process?
We are.
My opinion is I like nothing about this property.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
House number 2 was also on the small side, but had a few acres of land, so there was some potential there. Then we landed in house number 3. And from the moment we stepped into that property, I think it was love at first sight for all of us. It's this beautiful little farm on 4 acres with a big red barn and basically everything we could ever want and then some.
Hi.
And Grandma can live right there. Right there.
That's so sweet.
And you can come and visit Grandma in the morning and we can have coffee together and play.
Coffee. Well, you
You don't have to have coffee. You have chocolate milk.
What do you think of this one, Mom?
This one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's so perfect I'm getting
There's
chills.
so many people.
Appliances being great. You've got this nice multi-burner stove.
Beautiful.
Let me show you the extra oven that you get.
In the butler's pantry.
Look at this.
Everything's
Extra oven.
warm
Yeah,
before
or
we
if
serve
you're
them.
entertaining and you want to put the turkey in here.
Yes.
It's usually at the high end of your price. So
Yeah,
I'll
it's
list you at
$950.
985.
It's been on the market for a while.
Oh, yes. Okay. What I love is the way it's surrounded by the high trees.
This is the view from the house from the back of the property, and I love how it looks like a little village. Oh, it's just like I'm so excited to work on this.
And I know. Birds in there.
Birds?
I walked in and the door slammed shut, all creepy like.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there might be owls.
That's so you can see the silo in there. There's birds, but they're scared.
Inside the silo.
Yep.
Oh.
The silo.
Yeah.
Oh, you can go in the silo?
Oh. Like we can host weddings here.
Yeah, honey.
With the grounds back there. Look, this is
Whoa. Yeah, we're definitely having a party here.
After at least a couple hours spent at that dream piece of land, we moved on to property number 5. And although it had great potential, nothing really compared to what we had just left behind.
Yeah,
I know, where's all the trees?
No trees protecting. Left around.
she's like, give me my house back.
You know what? No. This house had the land, the chicken coop, the house, and the barn, and even a detached garage. But it was all tilled land, and trees would take ages to grow around it. Way less mortgage.
Way less mortgage.
I would rip all of this up, paint probably all of the wood panels. This one, look at this one, has a swing set.
Sounds like my mom's not going to immediately reject this one. The last 2 houses we saw had ponds in the property, which was something I really wanted. But I think at that point we had found what we really wanted. We came back to see the house in the snow. We really didn't plan to fall in love with a house on this trip. We really just wanted to look at neighborhoods to see. So when we're home looking at houses, we could know what we liked. But we have fallen in love with this one. And it doesn't mean it's going to be ours. But it snowed today and I really wanted to see it in the snow. So that's the main entrance. This is kind of like the family room, and then the living room is here, and then it has this little area here that I would fill up with plants. That balcony goes to it's in the main bedroom. I can't remember what people call it these days. This future little house for our friends to visit and our parents to stay over. I was thinking that I could use this to grow food in a caged area. I think they had like bunnies. There's a little bunny hatch. So I would probably use this to grow food. And then of course, this amazing barn. I was really hoping for a barn, in part because I need warehouse space for my business, and in part because I imagine just creating a much bigger version of what we have at the shop in Ryewood. But look at this barn. It has an addition area here, this lean-to area. It's a chicken coop. And so of course I'm leaving that. The chicken coop could use a little bit of work, but it has windows. And I don't think it was a chicken coop. I think it was like a bunny. I don't know what came out of there, but that little door is too small for chickens. So that needs to be replaced. But it's in really good shape already, so we can start with chickens right away. The barn has 2 stories, so down here I imagine most of it would be storage, and up there I'm really envisioning an event space. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so that's not all. It has this little storage shed, and then it has another little storage shed right there. Then there's a bunch of other outbuildings. This is like a carport of some kind. I don't know if it's structurally sound, but I would like to save it if it is. And you know, I'm sure we need to buy a lawnmower and some other things that could go in there. Then there is this other one that has a foundation, and I'm sure it needs a new everything else, but I would like to turn this into another home, maybe a potential Airbnb income space. It will be a big house once we turn it into one. Let's see if we can see what's inside. Freezing. Okay, there you go. So just like clean it up, obviously replace all the bad wood. It needs all the work in the world, but what an amazing other little home, and for our sweet friends to visit us. Now look at this garden area, fully fenced for bunnies and deer. Like there's a fence all the way to the bottom so bunnies can't get in. And yesterday when it wasn't snowed, you could see that there's like a brick path and like 6 really big beds areas. So I mean, ready for gardening. I don't know what the entrance to this place is. I don't know what that is, but that is so cute for tools. Okay, so maybe this is the way in. Yeah, so you open, look, and then you walk into your little veggie garden. Isn't that amazing? Oh, and look, there's power. So that's really good to know.
So this is how we found this beautiful house and had to rush back home and file taxes and get pre-approved so we could put in an offer. Here we are, we closed on this house and I can finally show it to you.